What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. So here we have Larry. Larry, come here, sir. So this is Larry. He's my boss, and everyone thought Don was my girlfriend's dad, but no, this is actually Larry, and this is his Mustang. So we managed to get Larry out here on a Saturday, and he's gonna do some work because before I do the bed lining, as you guys saw in the previous video, we did a lot of work underneath. I need him to get these seat pans in because he's going to be welding, and we don't want to burn up this Raptor liner once we throw it down.
That's right. That's where the professionals come in and try to install some things.
Yeah, I had to get the professional, but the professional did weld in some 2005 seat brackets. I don't know why he did that. Must have ordered the wrong part or something, right, Larry?
That's right.
But anyways, he's going to get started on that and remove previous mistakes, and once he gets that out, we can get these seat pans in, which a lot of people were commenting, telling us where to get them. So big shout out to you guys. Your comments really help out. So we have 2 of these, and we're gonna get those in there. That way we can go ahead and start on the underside and get it all done. So he's gonna go ahead and start cutting those out, and we'll get those in. That way we have that original classic Mustang look. Okay guys, so Larry got the 4 pans done. Now that they're welded, we are good to go. No, that's staying in the video.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Larry's 2 sons just came. They're gonna tape up every single hole. That way none of the bed liner flies in here and gets up into the air. So every hole first, as you can see in the back, there's a bunch of holes, all the holes inside, and then we'll focus on lining off the vehicle and getting plastic wrap over it. But for now, just everything like this. We don't want anything dripping off into the engine bay and messing up this beautiful paint, because this engine bay is actually color matched to the car. It's not just flat black paint. So as you can see right there, I already messed up a little bit, but it's okay. That seems to go clean right off. And we're gonna get them to do all this, and then we will have it ready and spray it real nice. All right guys, check this out. So they are getting all of the holes done. It looks really good. And right now Jake is lining off this part because we don't want any bed liner in here. And we're gonna go to about right there. That way the tunnel stays glossy. And as you can see inside, all of the holes are taped up. Right now Elijah is currently doing the trunk right there. As you can see, nice and sealed up. So we're getting pretty close. Then I'll go ahead and do the plastic on the top by myself, and we'll be ready to spray this in, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. Okay guys, so we are ready to go ahead and start taping it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it ready for plastic, that way we can start painting it. A couple little things we need to do first is I'm going to lay a sheet in here and protect the engine bay. So I'll start with this, and then I'll move on to the 2 fender wells. Also, we need to cover up all of this because there is holes through here. So we're gonna cover everything up. And then Bradley actually had a really good idea to do with lighting to shine in there. And if we see any daylight anywhere, which we did a lot here, so we're gonna have to seal all of this off. So I'm gonna start there, and we're just gonna move through and kind of light test everything, make sure no light is shining through. And once we're 100% sealed, we can go ahead and start spraying. guys, so we got the area cleaned up, everything looks nice, and we taped up this car, covered up all these vehicles, and now we're ready to mix up this Raptor liner and spray this car. So that's what we're gonna do right now, and we're gonna coat it all twice, I think, is what it says, and hopefully it turns out really nice, and then Monday we can go ahead and start reassembling everything. Guys, I gotta say, man, it turned out so awesome. Everything is bedlined in there. It looks pristine. The underside of this car literally looks like a brand new car. If you step onto here and you take a look, man, I can't wait to go ahead and install all the new lines and everything. It's gonna look absolutely crazy with how well this all turned out. So we have Port 15 seam sealer, which honestly seam sealed better than the factory on this car. And then we have this bed liner, which is gonna solidify all our hard work and make it super durable. This car, I feel like will last like, I don't know, probably 100 years, honestly. I mean, the inside is sealed. If you guys remember in my previous videos of this restoration, I sealed the entire inside too. I mean, there's no need for bed liner, but it is sealed. And now that Larry got these pans in, we can go ahead and just start building this thing, which is super exciting, guys. If you wanna see that, you just gotta stay tuned for Monday because we need to let this cure because it's obviously wet and we don't wanna work around it. So I'll see you then. All right, guys, it's been a couple of days and the bed liner is cured. So today I'm gonna go ahead and lift up the Mustang and we're gonna get under there and start removing the rear end and get all of these brake lines off. And I wanna transfer all of that over to this one because we're trying to get this thing onto its wheels as soon as possible. So we're gonna get started, get this thing up on jack stands and start tearing it down. All right, so the axle honestly doesn't look bad, but honestly it could look a whole lot better. So I think what we will do is probably clean it up a little and see how it looks clean, and maybe even hit it with some Port 15. That way it's nice and brand new. That way when we put it under there, it'll look nice. But we're gonna go ahead and move on. So I need to get this exhaust off and then we can move on to these lines. And the brake lines and gas line run alongside this tunnel and they got these little bolts here. So we're gonna get the exhaust off first and then we'll get those pieces off and we'll keep moving and get the lines transferred over here, and pretty much everything that goes on first will be in looking beautiful and then we'll move on. So upon closer inspection, the brake line actually snakes all the way up inside here and it's just gonna be a pain in the butt to get it out. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and start on this front end and get all of this out because this engine's gonna have to come out in order to get the brake system out. And that's what we need to go ahead and start reassembling. And I want to get this down to the bare minimum. That way we can get that off smoothly because the brake system will have to go on first and all of the wiring and the gas lines and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this front end, get it tore down, and hopefully get this engine out tonight. I don't know, we might not, but we're gonna try and we're just gonna work and see how much we can get done today. All right, guys, so that was a lot of stuff to undo, but I'm pretty sure the engine is 100% undone. Next, we're gonna have to get the cherry picker over here and get it all cleaned up, get everything out of the way, and see if this thing will lift up and come out of here, because I'm pretty sure we have everything and I'm pretty sure it's good to go. So we're gonna bring cherry picker over here and see if we can lift this engine out of this engine bay. But first, I do want to drop it off the jack stands. Obviously we can't up in the rear because there's nothing back there. But I think what I'll do is I'll do one side at a time and lower the rear jack stands to the same height as the car. And then we'll try and get this engine out. Just like that, she's out. I'm letting it drain right now because, I mean, once I took the drive shaft out, there was no way to really get it out, but everything's disconnected. The motor is free. So as soon as that stops draining, I'll go ahead and move it over there, and that'll open us up to this brake system, which is why we did all this. And then obviously the power steering and all of that needs to be transferred over too. So now that this engine's out, that's gonna give us plenty of room. That way we can go ahead and start putting the first things onto this thing, man. It's looking so beautiful, guys. I can't wait to see it all put together with that bedlined underside and the interior from this car, which is pretty much brand new. As you can see in that corner over there, this car was just hiding thousands in modifications and everything, and it's super nice and everything looks really good. I can't wait to install it all. But as soon as that drains, we're about to get this out and get it probably over there somewhere out of the way, and then we'll see what we got to do. This is super sketchy with one person, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta get this rear end out. What I'm really worried about is the engine hoist being so high up. I hate for it to fall over on its side, so we're gonna have to really carefully get this engine out of here and lower it down, which all right, engine's out, no casualties. I'd say that was a pretty good success right there. Man, that was sketchy, but it was successful. I think what I'm gonna do now is first I wanna collect all my tools and get this area cleaned up because my tools are a little bit scattered. So we're gonna do a quick little cleanup, and then probably that's gonna be it, guys. It's getting late. I'm happy with the progress. Tomorrow I'll stay also, and we can go ahead and start doing all the brake lines and everything and getting it taken out and put into this car. So it's gonna be super awesome. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want, you can smash that subscribe button. If you like the content and if you want to follow along on these builds and not miss out, be sure to hit that bell. That way you get post notifications every time I post. Also, I post a lot of this stuff on Instagram before the videos, so you can follow me on Instagram if you want. It's motorhead.co, link it down below. I appreciate all the love and support in the videos, guys, all the comments. You guys are super helpful and super awesome, and I just appreciate it a lot. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.